Rock the body, body.
Place where Chuck Bearings has been many times before. It's the official Derby Dames penalty box. And I was a bad Michi tonight. No, not really. So I think I'm going to hang out in the penalty box here for a while. This is skater owned and operated. It is definitely skater operated. And it is what local sports is all about. I'm MICHI-CHAN, and welcome to this debut episode of MICHI-CHAN'S Raw Derby. This is the first of a series of 13 episodes that will be released throughout 2025 that'll take you back to the days of classic modern flat track roller derby in Arizona. From 2007 to 2009, I attended dozens of women's flat track roller derby bouts in Phoenix and Tucson and captured the action of what we now call the classic modern game. This period is what you may call our sport's rebellious teenager years. It was a time when the sport was more about show and less about structure. The way derby is played today is a lot different than those times. This series brings back those days when packs would get a head start and were always moving forward. On this episode, I have unearthed a bout that I recorded July 2008. But had never aired it through the classic MICHI-CHAN YouTube channel. Therefore, we will be seeing this for the first time. Arizona Derby Dames is getting ready to celebrate the start of their 20th season with a Legends bout that will be a reunion of those from the league's past, including from the MICHI-CHAN Classic era. Unfortunately, I can't make it to Arizona for this special event. Instead, I will celebrate the league's 20th anniversary in my own way. This bout pits the league's two heritage team names, the Brutal Beauties and the Bombshells. With that, I give you the Beauties versus Bombshells from July 12, 2008. But first, here's some things you need to know about our coverage on Raw Derby. MICHI-CHAN'S Raw Derby is a journey into the early days of the modern resurgence of flat track roller derby by highlighting how the game was played in Arizona, the second birthplace of modern roller derby. From 2007 to 2009, I produced 7 long-form video shows, first called the Arizona Derby Report and then later MICHI-CHAN'S Real Derby. Think of these programs like Sports Center, but for derby. They featured news, scores, standings, as well as highlight reels on the various roller derby bouts that were played in Phoenix and Tucson at the time. These highlight reels ran about 5 to 7 minutes in order to not just capture the highlighted moments of the game, but to also reflect the human element of the skaters and the fans. MICHI-CHAN'S Raw Derby takes those bouts where most or all of the gameplay was recorded and now presents them in their entirety, jam by jam. While you're used to seeing recent roller derby coverage on live streams and YouTube with camera angles at elevated positions, the MICHI-CHAN way was much different. I'm not interested in the positioning of the skaters. I'm interested in the human side of the sport and capturing the action from the floor where the action was happening, not from the grandstands. Likewise, since our coverage at the time was intended mainly for highlight reels and not for full bout coverage, you should not expect a well-polished presentation of the game. Since I used a handheld camera and did not always use a tripod, you should expect the camera to shake at times, be out of focus, and to experience immediate shifting to other parts of the track, including the areas where action is not happening in anticipation for something to eventually happen. You will also hear my remarks. my calls of encouragement, score and time checks, as well as other things that you may not expect in roller derby coverage that's commonly seen today. Like I said, this is as raw can get. But if you can see past all this, you will experience for the first time what Arizona Derby lovers experienced in those early years. A time when fans were closer to the game and more involved. A time when skaters had more freedom to express themselves through their individual character. And a peek into how the game was originally played before it evolved into different styles based on national association. This is our state. This is our derby. This is MICHI-CHAN'S Raw Derby.
Alright, Derby fans, last regulation bout of the season. Here we go. It's the Brutal Beauties and the Bombshells. Brutal Beauties are going to stay undefeated after this one. Looks like it will probably be an easy win tonight. Let's do it.
Let's talk about the league for this bout on Real Derby. The Arizona Derby Dames was originally founded in 2005 as a split from Arizona Roller Derby. AZDD is currently the most active league in the state, boasting a roster of 5 home teams, a travel team, and a juniors team, the Minor Assaults. Yes, you read that right. AZDD plays on their own banked track, a fast and exciting game. As of this recording in 2025, the Arizona Derby Dames has their own venue, the Hall of Dames, located at 2517 West McDowell in Phoenix. For information on upcoming bouts, skating sessions, and special events, visit ArizonaDerbyDames.com or look for them on Facebook. Okay, let's talk about the bout. On this episode, you will see the Brutal Beauties in pink take on the Bombshells in red. This bout was played July 12, 2008, and was the last doubleheader before the league's Season 3 playoffs. AZDD Season 3 consisted of 2 periods of 15 minutes each. The game clock is stopped between each jam, and a jam can run up to 90 seconds unless called off by the lead jammer. The lead jammer is the first jammer to break through the pack while staying in bounds. Traditional scoring is done at the Dames, where 1 point is awarded when the jammer passes a blocker after initially breaking through the pack. If a jammer laps the opposing team's jammer, that's a grand slam worth an additional point. This bout will use the 2-whistle start, where the pack starts before the jammers do. AZDD tolerates what I call extended takedowns, and trust me, this bout will have several of them in there. We're bouting at the former Castle Sports Club. The rink designed for roller hockey has a sport court surface and, from my own experiences, a very dirty floor. Our bout will be presented in historic 4:3 standard definition, from turn 3 being assisted by a tripod in the standing position, so we will have a nice view of the bout. This episode will be loaded with my calls and reactions, so be prepared for them. All 22 jams played in this bout were recorded, so we have a complete game. All right, classic derby lovers, here we go. Beauties, Bombshells, coming up right now.
Here we go with our first jam of the Brutal Beauties and the Bombshells. And we're starting off with a pileup already. And that is Nacho Girlfriend, ex-bruiser and jamming for the Bombshells. You've got Celeste, who is jamming for the Brutal Beauties. And Nacho is out in front, and Celeste is not that far behind. Here we go. Welcome to Arizona's Derby Dames Nacho Girlfriend. The Red Rocker is giving a lot of resistance right there to Rough Rider. All right. Here we go. Nacho trying to make her way through. Madam and Red Rocker giving her a hard time. Meanwhile, here comes Celeste right on through. Celeste is rocking. Celeste is rocking. But where is Nacho's girlfriend? Nacho Girlfriend trying to make her way through. There's Nacho Girlfriend on the outside, getting ready to get her whipped by Alkaline Trina, and there she goes. Red Rocker is all over Nacho Girlfriend. Wow, and that's the jam. 4-4. We got Prima Donna jamming for the Bombshells. And we have Roadkill jamming for the Brutal Beauties. There goes your pack. Here come your jammers. Pack getting itself set up there. Kamikaze Kiwi out in front. But here comes Prima Donna, gets knocked into her bench. But here comes Roadkill. Hippie's Revenge giving her a lot of resistance. And then she gets through. Roadkill is through. She's in a position to score. But where is Prima Donna? Prima Donna riding the back of the pack. Here she comes. Prima Donna getting held up by Phyllis Killer and Mami Chula. Juggernauty in there, going to try to give her a little bit of help. But here comes Roadkill on the outside. Roadkill's going to make her way through, and Roadkill is through for points. But where is Juggernauty? Prima Donna. But where is Juggernauty? There's Juggernauty. Welcome back to Derby Dames, Juggernauty. Prima Donna just still stuck, trying to make her way through. Bright Eyes giving her a little belt to the bench right there. Meanwhile, here comes Roadkill way on the outside. Here she comes. And Hippie's Revenge comes down right in front of me. And that's a jam. Okay, we've got Georgia Peach and Sally Wacker. It's 11-4 Beauties. And there goes your pack. Here come the jammers. Sally Wacker getting a little bit of a head start there. And here comes Georgia Peach. There's Nacho Girlfriend coming down right near me here. But we're going to keep a watch on Sally Wacker. Here comes Sally Wacker. She just breezes her way through the pack. Sally Wacker's out in front. Meanwhile, we're still waiting on Georgia Peach. Oh! A little bit of a fall there by Heidi Salami. Georgia Peach just getting worked on right now. Just getting worked on by Shawnee Rotten. Wow. Meanwhile, she sneaks through. That's Sally Wacker sneaking through. Georgia Peach just doing what she can to just even break the pack. Wow. And that's Madam. That was all over Georgia Peach there. Now doing a little work on Nacho Girlfriend. Oh! And we have somebody got themselves hurt a little bit there. And there goes Helvis right down in front of me. That was Nacho Girlfriend that got whacked in the face there. Joja Peach taking a slide on the backstretch. All right. But where is Sally Wacker? Here comes Sally Wacker. Sally Wacker trying to make her way through. And that's the jam. And here comes your pack. Here come your jammers. It's 18-4. Brutal Beauties out in front. We've got Celeste. And we've got Hippie's Revenge jamming. And we got a whole bunch of, we got a nice little collision there on the front stretch. And we've got Celeste. Celeste out in front. Celeste out in front, and we got Celeste out in front. Oh! Pocket beater taking a cheap shot by Red Rocker. Here comes Hippie's Revenge trying to make her way through. But where is Celeste? Here comes Celeste. And a little bit of a collision there involving Pocket Beaner, Hippie's Revenge. And here we go. Still watching the pack. And that's a jam. Up against Alkaline Trina, and we got a very tight pack going here. Show enough riding the rear. Oh, there goes Alkaline Trina down in turn 2. But here we go. And Roadkill is through. Roadkill is through. Where is she? There she is. And here comes Alkaline Trina. She makes her way through Bright Eyes. She has broken so she can score. But here comes Roadkill. Roadkill doing a little belt whip off of Bright Eyes. But let me tell you, Alkaline Trina's rocking tonight. Wow. 7:43 remaining, 25-8. We got Sally Wacker and Gabriella Gauntlet going. Here it goes. Here comes Sally Wacker on the outside. She's through. Sally Wacker is through. And that was Prima Donna that went down on the backstretch. Meanwhile, Gabby's being helped. Oh! Nice hit on Gabby. And that was okay. Who's that? That's Heidi Salami who's trying to work her. All right, there we go. Going down on the backstretch there. Everybody's going down. Here we go. Pocket Beater going down, and that's a jam stop. stop this bleeding. There goes your pack. Here come your jammers. And we have Celeste playing hardball against Nacho Girlfriend. Evil Star going down in turn 4. But there's Nacho Girlfriend out in front, giving a whole new life to a Bombshell team that desperately needs it. Wow! Wow! That's Nacho Girlfriend. And we got a jammer fight! Jammer fight! Jammer fight! And that's the jam! That is the jam! Alright. And they're letting Celeste come back out! This jam is still going! This jam is still going! This jam is still going! Alright, here comes Celeste, ready to take a little bit off of Madam, but hitting the wall of red. Nacho is pretty far behind, trying to make her way through. Wow, this is getting exciting. Oh, Celeste goes down on the backstretch. And there goes Evil again. Everybody's going down tonight. Nacho thinking she can call it off. And that's the jam. All right, here we go. All right, there goes your jammers. All right, here we go. Here comes Roadkill trying to make her way through. Hippie's Revenge giving her a little bit of resistance, but she makes her way through. Meanwhile, we're still waiting on Prima Donna, who just got a big hit by Bright Eyes. But Roadkill is ready to score. Roadkill is ready to score. My condolences to Prima Donna. Oh my God, where is she? She's still riding the rear. The scuttlebutt that I heard was the Bombshells had done a lot of work on blocking. That's all fine and dandy to help keep the score down, but we need to get some jamming in there for the Bombshells. Bombshells are definitely scoring more in this half than they did in the last half of that last bout against the Coffin Draggers. Nacho Girlfriend is definitely being seen now as an asset to that team. And Roadkill is through to score, and that's the jam. 3:05 remaining. 48-13. Brutal Beauties. The clock is still moving. We have a moving clock. We have a moving clock. Okay. All right, here comes your jammers. We have Sally Whacker going up against that looks like Joja Peach. It is. It's Joja Peach up against. All right. Joja Peach trying to make her way through there. Jam. Now this time the clock stops. Okay, we're joining after a little bit of video difficulty here. This is the final jam of the first half for the Brutal Beauties and the Bombshells. Let's see if we can make out who we've got here. We've got Nacho Girlfriend jamming, and she gets herself bopped. And there's Celeste jamming for the Brutal Beauties. We're gonna keep a watch on. We're gonna keep a watch on Nacho. It's gonna be a little comical here as we go to 10 seconds remaining. Whoa! And that's Mama Chula coming towards us. And that's the jam in the house. All right, score at the half, 62-14.
This is where I go say hi. I'm saying hi. I'll catch you again, guys.
Derby fans, it's halftime here at the Dames, and I'm hot as hell. This place is a sauna. This is video, it's rolling.
from the mind of the Michi. Michi FM plays whatever Michi wants. Slightly off the deep end. MICHIFM.com.
All right, Oliver Closeoff calling his reps tardy. And we've got Alkaline Trina and Nurse Ratchet. Nurse Ratchet for the first time. Here she comes. Jamming for the Brutal Beauties. Ex-Bruiser, Nurse Ratchet. A lot of activity going on here. Meanwhile, here comes Ratchet. Sharon Fitz gives her the whip, and she's through. Here comes Nurse Ratchet. Meanwhile, Alkaline Trina's trying to make her way through. That's showing up going down in turn 4. Ratchet is through. Red Rocker giving Evil Star a little push there. And Celeste getting a little bit of a hit there by one of the Bombshell fresh meats. Oh! Alkaline Trina going down in 3. Meanwhile, Nurse Ratchet is through. And that was Rough Rider. And that's a jam. Here comes your pack. Here comes your jammers. Howie Felter snatched a little bit in the way of the pack there as they were going out. Pocket Beaner taking a spin on the backstretch. But here comes Roadkill. She's through. Brutal Beauty lead jam. Gabriella Gauntlet trying to make her way through. But she's got to face Kiwi and Bright Eyes. Yes. Meanwhile, Roadkill has got it free and easy here. Little resistance by Prima Donna. But she's going to make her way through. Here comes Gabby, but it's Gabby versus Kiwi. Juggernauty's going to try to help her through. Didn't help. We still have Kiwi all over Gabriella Gauntlet. And that's the jam. All right, here we go. And here come your jammers. We've got Mama Chula jamming for the Brutal Beauties and Hippie's Revenge, jamming for the Bombshells. Here comes Mama Chula, sneaks her way through Rough Rider. Wow! All right, and that's Mama Chula. Meanwhile, Hippie's Revenge going down to turn 2. Johnny Rotten going down to turn 4. But look out, cause here she comes. Here comes my Mami Chula. Wow! One skate up to make sure she doesn't go out of bounds. Great point scoring on the part of Mami Chula. Meanwhile, Heidi Salami trying to take on Hippie's Revenge. And Hippie's Revenge has got a message for her. Oh, nice little hit. Couple good hits on Hippie's Revenge by Celeste there. And that's the jam. It was called. All right, Derby fans. 88-14. Here we go. a hump! We've got a hump! We've got a hump! Meanwhile, Prima Donna and Nurse Ratchet are going at it! We've got a hump! Nurse Ratchet! Wow! All right. For those lucky enough to get in tonight, they had themselves a treat. Red Rocker, I think, is being called out, but let's see. Prima Donna working her way through. Nice extended takedown there with Red Rocker, but Nurse scratches, and we've got a rep collision. Rep collision in turn 2. Oh, and almost another extended takedown. Wow! I'm losing my voice and my breath. All right, here we go. We've got Georgia Peach. We've got Georgia Peach and Roadkill. Georgia Peach and Roadkill, and here we go. Georgia Peach trying to make her way through. Roadkill is behind her. Both jammers getting some resistance, but here comes Roadkill. Roadkill is through. She's broken. Meanwhile, Celeste and Georgia Peach. Georgia Peach just stole Celeste. Oh no, Celeste is pissed. Celeste is pissed. Georgia Peach goes, and we're gonna have an extended takedown right here. Here we go. We've got Celeste. We've got Georgia Peach. And this one is a grudge match, Derby fans. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Georgia Peach stole Celeste's signature hairpiece, and Celeste was pissed. Oh my God, she was pissed. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Boy, we're gonna have a great bout summary for this one, Derby fans. Holy mackerel, here we go. And that's the jam. Here we go. Jammers. Hippie's Revenge. Skating backwards. Hippie's Revenge, a little confused over something. Now she's back up. So late start for her. Nacho Girlfriend coming down to turn 3. Trips over bottle of soda. Jam called. Think we made a confusion. We got confusion. Beauties are wondering what the hell's going on here. 8:01 remaining. We're going to count this jam, but it's going to be a do-over. I don't know. Clock is showing 8:01, 99 to 19. Let's see what's happening here, Derby fans. Here we go. Mami Chula and Hippie's Revenge. Mami Chula's through. And so is Hippie's Revenge. Laura Stabs giving Pocket Beaner a little talking to there. I should say ref Laura Stabs. But here comes Hippie's Revenge. And Mami Chula is through. We've got a lot of action going on here. It's hard to keep track of what everybody's doing here. Shawnee Rotten being given a little bit of push right by me here. at 3 against 5 here. We've only got 3 beauties on the track right now. Hippie's Revenge, and that's the jam. Out. All right, here we go. We've got Alkaline Trina and Roadkill. Leg whip by Celeste. Leg whip. Wow. But here comes Roadkill through. And yes, Derby fans, that is a legal move. Meanwhile, Alkaline Trina lining the back of the pack. Derby fans, this is gonna be great. And that's Alkaline Trina. Red Rocker tried, but didn't quite. But Alkaline Trina is out, and here comes Roadkill. Sally Wacker giving her a little bit of a whip. Both jammers are scoring now. And here we go. Here comes Alkaline Trina. Showing up, giving her a little bit of a whip. And she gets by. Celeste goes down. She goes down in turn 1. And here comes Roadkill. Roadkill right by Elvis. Right by Evil Star. Wow, and that's a jam. Unbelievable, Derby fans, unbelievable. Beauties are up by 81 points. Here comes your pack. Here come your jammers. And we're gonna have Village Killer and Gabriella Gauntlet. And here they come. Village means business. Madam offering the whip. She didn't need it. Killer goes down in turn 1. Madam gives Gabby the payback. Wow. All right, here we go. Here we go, Derby fans. Nacho trying to work on Phyllis Killer, but Phyllis is through. Meanwhile, okay, Gabby is through. Gabby is through. Meanwhile, Pocket Beaner working. Wow. Oh no! Pocket Beaner being called. And that's Marcy DeSade. Welcome back to Derby Dames. Congratulations, Marcy. And that's a jam. We've got Hippie's Revenge and Nurse Ratchet. Both AZDD skaters. Hippie taking a shirt whip off of Evil Star. But here comes Ratchet. Ratchet is through lead jam. Hippie's Revenge is also through. Let's ride this baby out. Nurse Ratchet! Nurse Ratchet trying to make Nurse Ratchet on her way through. Hippie's Revenge going down on the back stretch. But here comes Nurse Ratchet. Nurse Ratchet trying to make Nurse Ratchet free and clear, really. Taking a whip off of Sally Wacker. Through the outside, right by Evil Star. But Evil Star might have another chance at her. No! Slick way through the inside, and that's Ratchet! Single star going down backstretch. That's the jam. We have Heidi Salami jamming against Prima Donna. Heidi Salami, Prima Donna, 127, 38. Here we go. Heidi Salami, and we have a extended takedown. And that's Nacho Girlfriend. And we've got a dog pile. We got Mami Chula. We've got Toughen Up. We got Pocket Beaner. We've got all kinds of skaters going at it. And we've got a wardrobe malfunction for Nacho Girlfriend. And we got another extended takedown. I hate to inform these people, but there's going to be one more jam. Holy, this is probably not the final jam. And then we got another extended takedown. I can't tell. We've got Juggernauty. That Juggernauty and Mami Chula. And now we've got, holy crap. We've just got a festival of extended takedowns going on here. Wow. And there we go again. Oh my God. Derby fans, as we mentioned, there's one more jam. Oh my God. Oh my God. 138. That's it. They're calling it. There's one more jam. Red Rocker jamming. 138.49. Question is, are they going to let him jam? Let him jam. Let him jam. Let him jam. Let these two jam. This is going to be fun, Derby fans. Get off her. All right, here we go. One. Let them jam. 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 We've got Georgia Peach, Red Rocker. Derby fans, let them jam. Let them jam. Let them jam. Here we go. And it's, here we go. Here we go. All right, Derby fans, this is what we've all been waiting for. The final jam. Georgia Peach is through. Lead jam, Bombshells. Meanwhile, Red Rocker and Hippie's Revenge. Wow. Red Rocker with the final jam of the regulation season. Wow. 138-49, Derby fans. This is it. This is it. And that's Red Rocker. Red Rocker. Red Rocker. Oh, won't you come knocker? Here comes Red Rocker. Meanwhile, Georgia Peach is scoring. And here we go. Here we go. We got our extended takedown bar right there. Dog pile. And that's the jam. That's the game. Oh my God, Derby fans. 66. 86 points. This is the first MICHI-CHAN full prediction. We did it. We did it. Yes.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Yes. What a way to end the regulation season for the Brutal Beauties with an 86-point win.
That trophy's gotta be getting heavy.
Wow. Wow.
Danny Boozer, that trophy's gotta be getting heavy.
What did you like to know?
Wow.
Wow.
Come see me after the bout.
We had the Brutal Beauties annihilate the Bombshells. So we've got two great bouts for September. For September, we've got the Brutal Beauties. It's going to be taking on the Schoolyard Scrappers. And the Runaway Brides are going to take on the Coffin Draggers. That's what it's all about. I want more Derby. All right.